食呢一個 Hemohim 啦，咁我係睇到一個好drastic 嘅一個轉變啦。咁佢 so the point was like from 27 to 45?
28, because normally a patient that has cancer, their blood points are counted between 24 to 22.
Wow.
Mine was 28. But
Wow.
in a regular healthy person, it's supposed to be between 40, 41, 45.
Wow. 咁阿 Gabriella 就係話，如果一個普通，即係如果係有 cancer 嘅人咧，佢嗰個 blood count，即係佢嗰個血嗰個點計啊？佢嗰個
係咪血小板啊？叫做
血
紅素定係點？
血紅So the blood count is on the red blood cell, Gabriella?
Yes.
OK，係嗰個紅血球嗰個計咧，count 咧就係如果係 cancer 嗰啲咧就係22至到26。佢嗰陣時候咧，因為佢係超級呢一個貧血咧，佢就係28嘅。咁我由2017年佢開始食咗 Hemohim 之後咧 ，How long does it take to get up to 45?
It took me about 4 months. 4 months to see even a spike.
Wow.
A spike of 5 points.
Wow.
Then
Okay.
after the first 5 points, then in like a month and a half, I went up to 39. So I would say about 7 to 8 months.
Wow. OK。咁Gabriella 就話佢一食 Hemohim 咧 ，within 佢個 first 4 months 咧，佢就已經上咗5個 point 啦。咁 by Denise 我又開始唔記得，佢係佢去到上到39嗰陣時候就已經係第4個月啦，嗰個 count 嗰個 blood count，咁跟住佢話 total 嚟到第7、第8個月佢食 Hemohim 咧，佢就已經係去到 normal count 喺45喺45嗰度啦。咁
佢
你食幾多？Sorry，why am I talking to you in Chinese, Gabriella?
I take 4 packs.
How many packs did you take when you first started?
I take 4 packs every day.
Oh, every day?
4 packs.
Oh, okay. And then after you get to 45, and then what happened then?
Well, after I got to 44, I was 40, 45, yeah. I normally took 4 packs, and then I went down to 2 because, I'm a student.
Yes,
so
because you're good. Yes.
So I started taking 2. But the reason why I'm here tonight is because I mentioned to my team members from Atomy what happened on March 4th of this year.
咁今日咧 Gabriella on top 除咗講佢頭先好簡短咁樣講佢自己初嘅 Hemohim 嘅經歷咧，佢想大家分享喺3月4號佢同佢個 housemate 咧所經歷嘅一切啦。Yes, Gabriella, tell us about your March journey.
Okay, so I attended a funeral in Windsor, Ontario, and on the way back from the funeral, I spoke to one of my really good friends about Hemohim and about certain products in Atomy that I need. And unfortunately, sometimes we have our products sold out. So I told her that if it's possible for us to go through Brampton to pick up some of the products, and then maybe she could, get to know my upline in here would be nice.
佢要去 Windsor 嗰度參加一個禮，咁佢個好好嘅題去，咁咁當然啦，大家揸車嗰陣時候咧，佢就同佢個朋友分享佢自己嘅經歷啦。咁佢就話俾佢聽，想話俾你聽 Hemohim 係非常之好。咁佢 on the way Windsor 出翻嚟嗰陣時就會經過 Brampton 嘅。咁 Brampton 咧就係阿 Inhe 就喺嗰頭住嘅。咁佢就問阿 Inhe 可唔可以帶個朋友去，等佢話俾佢聽，其實究竟 Hemohim 係點樣啊？咁yes, and then Gabriella, please, and then Inhe was so nice, eh?
Yeah, she was wonderful. She has a mini shop of Atomy in her house. So we were able to see a lot of products. And one of the things that I recommended to my friend was Hemohim because I know the health benefits for me. So she said, yes, I would like to try it. Once she took it, she said that, the first sachet, she took it that same night. And she said, wow, it's a little bit hard to, digest. But I said to her, it's an acquired taste. You get used to it. So she was only taking one. She took one a day for about two to 3 days. Once we got back home, she developed a pink eye. Should I continue?
Yeah, okay, let me translate. 咁佢咧就咁就喺 Inhale 嗰度咧，阿 Gabriella 咧介紹咗即係介紹咗去 Hemo Him 啦。咁佢個朋友就買咗 Hemo Him 嘅。咁佢但係因為你知好多人一食 Hemo Him 嗰陣時，其實啲味都幾惡啃嘅。咁我個朋友淨係可以頂得順一包，咁就淨係一日一包咁樣就食咗幾日啦。咁但係佢一翻到去屋企之後咧，因為佢哋一齊住嘅，咁佢嗰個朋友咧就開始有呢一個紅眼症啦，有個 pink eye 啦，咁又開始有啲唔舒服啦。Gabriella, so after pink eye, what happened?
So she had a pink eye, and then her kidneys start hurting her.
Wow! 跟住佢嗰個腎咧開始痛啦。
So it was so much of the pain she couldn't even get up from bed.
佢痛到個地步咧，佢直情係唔可以離開張床咯。
Then we decided to maybe it would be good for her to go to the hospital. So she went to the hospital with her daughter, and I stayed with her younger son at home.
Okay. 佢哋就到個地都冇乜理由㗎，咁就應該去。咁跟住同個女就去咗醫院啦。咁啊 Gabriella 咧就幫佢個朋友睇住佢個細仔嘅。Yes, and then at the hospital.
Yes, so in the hospital, she was there for about 10 hours. They did a CT scan, they did an MRI, they did blood work, they did all sort of tests.
咁跟住喺醫院度就做晒所有啲 CT scan 啊，啲血嗰啲驗啊，所有都做晒。等咗10鐘頭嘅。And then Gabriella.
And then the results came back negative. They couldn't find anything.
咁佢哋就完全係揾唔到任何原因，點解佢係會嗰個腎又會痛，點解隻眼又會變紅啦
？So she came back home.
揾唔到嘅。
So she came back home and she developed a sore throat. So she has a pink eye, sore throat, and a kidney pain.
跟住佢翻到屋企之後咧，佢就開始喉嚨痛添啦。咁佢有呢一個紅眼啦，有呢一個 kidney 個 pain 啦，即係嗰個腎痛啦。咁跟住佢亦都係喉嚨痛啦。
And 2 days passed, the pain was there. She was, sleeping. She was taking 1 sachet of Emohem. And then her daughter that lives with her got violently ill. 2 days, violently ill.
跟住2日之後咧，2日之後咧，佢個女開始病啦，發燒啦，係病得好緊要嗰種。佢話係好辛苦啊。
So we called the government because we know that by then, that was March 4th. By March 4th to March 10th, all this happened, and it continued happening. And then her son got sick, violently sick.
Wow. 咁由3月4號至到3月10號咧，無論佢個朋友嗰個女咧，同埋嗰個仔咧，都相繼開始病啦。咁喺3月嗰陣時候，大家都知道嗰啲即係無論新聞啊，咁所有啲資料嗰度已經出咗話，其實係有啲咩嘢嘅症狀啦。咁佢哋就打電話去同政府講啦。Yeah, so what happened when you call the government?
So we called the government, and the government stated that they asked for all the symptoms. They asked for all the symptoms of the 3 because I live with them. So I was like, okay, because I want to know. I have a compromised immune system, so I want to know maybe if they have, the COVID-19 and for them to have a test. So they said, unless they have problem breathing, do not come to the hospital.
咁跟住嗰個政府咧就同阿 Gabriella 講，因為 Gabriella 係緊張嘅，因為佢係同埋佢呢個朋友同埋佢嗰2個細路佢哋係 housemate。咁因為佢自己之前嗰個病啦，即係頭先講嗰個呢一個 anemia，
貧血。
咁佢自己嗰個 immune system 自己都係擔心噶嘛，咁就同政府講，佢希望清楚，即係政府佢打去政府嗰時，政府亦都問晒佢哋所有嗰啲 symptoms 啦，咁佢哋有啦，咁但係政府嗰個 conclusion 就話，除非你係呼吸唔到，如果唔係你千祈唔好嚟醫院。So they actually refuse you to go to the hospital, eh?
Yes, and they said that the only way for us to get a test or anybody tested, the only way is if there's the signs of needing oxygen. So if you are having issues to breathe, is the only way that they will do a test. Believe it or not.
哇！咁佢話咧，政府同佢講咧，除非你係呼吸唔到啫，如果唔係咧，係根本係唔會證實，即係政府係唔會肯幫任何人做任何嘅 COVID-19 嘅測試嘅，即係除非你係要入醫院啦，唞唔到氣，去到佢哋會要入醫院，政府先至會同你做嗰個測試咯。Wow, that's horrifying.
Yes, and the reason why they said that there's not enough tests.
咁佢話最主要嘅原因係因為佢哋根本政府係唔夠嗰個 test kit 咯，佢哋根本唔夠嗰個係咯，大家都知咯。
And they're only leaving it for critical cases.
佢淨係留翻俾嗰啲好嚴峻嘅case 先至會可以用得嗰啲 test kits 咯。
And because there is no vaccine, even if it's positive, it's better to wait and see what happens.
Wow， 就因為冇呢一個vaccine 中文係咩啊？
冇針打，
冇針打
疫苗
冇呢一個疫苗嘅話咧，佢話你就政府同佢講咧，你其實最好嘅做法咧就係你屋企等到睇下你有啲咩反應之後，先至決定點樣去醫咯。So there's no vaccine and they just leave you, eh?
That's it. That's it. They said call back if you have problem breathing.
佢話你唞唔到氣先打電話嚟嘅。So if you can't breathe, how can you call?
No, and not only that, but you have less of a percentage to survive.
Yes.
Because by then they have to put you in ICU. By ICU, they have to put you in ventilators. Like, it makes no sense. So when I heard that, before that, a couple of days before, I started doubling up my dose of Emohim to 4 a day.
And before, how many were you taking before your friends?
All this, I drink.
Oh, wow.
Like 4 a day. This is 2 weeks worth of that I ate, but 4 a day. 4 a day.
Wow.
Before, I only would take 2. Normally, I would take 2 because then my blood count raised. So I didn't need it as much. So I went to 2, which is a healthy consumption of it for a healthy person, right?
佢之前就每日2包咯，咁但係之後即係佢見到佢嗰個 friend 咁樣病發咧，佢就即刻拍啦，咁就佢一日食翻4包啦。And then what happened, Gabriella, after you take?
Well, I told my friend, I said to her, do you remember the Emohim? And you keep taking it? She's like, yeah, I'm taking 1. I said, take more than 1. Take more than 1, take more than 1. Because if you have to wait until you cannot breathe to go to the hospital, this is an issue. So take more than 1. So she started taking, she doubled up on her, she's doubled, no, she takes 3 now, 3 a day.
咁跟住阿 Gabriella 就同佢個 friend 講啦，佢話如果政府而家都唔肯收你，除非你係唞，佢先收你 CU。咁而家咁嘅情況之下，你記得我之前同你講過 Hemohim 㗎啦。咁跟住個朋友話記得我食緊1包。咁跟住阿 Gabriella 就同佢個 friend 講唔好啦，你食多啲啦，你因為你係靠你自己嗰個 immune system。咁佢嗰個朋友咧就食3包啦，開始。So she started to take 3 on day 2, day 3.
On day 3, she started taking 3.
咁佢喺第3日咧，佢個朋友就開始食3包啦，每一日食3包啦。
And then, so she started taking it, to start taking it, and then 2 days passed, and she called me in the morning. I want to order more, but she was like frenetic. Okay, it was early morning, and she's like, I want to order more. How could I get more? And I said, okay, because I didn't sign her up. Okay, I did not sign her up for Atomy. That was not the purpose for me to make business out of of introducing her to Emohim. It was just a friend to a friend.
Yeah, Gabriella 話佢根本對呢個朋友佢都未 sign her up，咁但係2日之後咧，佢個朋友，我諗佢頭先嘅意思係佢 feel 到一個好大嘅 difference 啦，即係由佢哋 day 3嗰度開始食3包啦，咁跟住到 day 5，咁跟住佢就晨早起身就同阿 Gabriella 講話唔該你幫我 order 多啲啦。What happened? What makes her wants to order more on day 5?
Because she woke up and she said that she never felt so good in so long.
Wow.
And that she knows that it was the Emohim because even before she started taking Emohim, it was good, but she felt awakened. She felt like she could think. She didn't feel tired. And then she decided to tell her daughter to double up as well and start taking Emohim. Her son refused to take Emohim because he didn't like the taste. He's 15. So he's like, no, I'm okay. But we're like, well, you're very sick. So I said, well, it's up to you. It's your choice. So the mom, she started taking the Emohim, and then the kidney pain left. The only 72 hours, 2 days, 3 days, 72 hours. After she took it, right? So she started taking 3 after the second day that she came back from the hospital. Then she started feeling better after 3 days of taking 3 doses of Emohim every day. And she said, Gabby, I feel awakened. I feel good. I feel good. Like this is working. I think it's working. So she ended up buying 8 boxes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Let me recap. So on day 3, she started taking 3 packs. And then on day 5, she asked you to order more because she felt awakened, and then she had never felt that good. And it's day 5 also that her kidney pain went away?
Yes.
OK， 咁阿 Gabriella 就話佢個朋友第3日咧就開始1日食3包啦，咁到第5日咧晨早起身就即係叫阿 Gabriella 幫佢繼續買啦，即係買多啲啦，因為佢直情係 feel 到一個好大嘅轉變，佢覺得個人係醒翻啦，冇咁辛苦啦，同埋佢嗰個腎嗰個痛咧已經消失咗啦。咁跟住佢亦都開始叫佢嗰個女，佢覺得話唔得喎，咁個女都要嗰個 double up 啦。咁但係阿仔仔咧就因為唔中意陣味咧，阿仔仔就唔肯食多過1包咯。Yeah, so what happened to her daughter?
So her daughter started taking it. She was violently ill. Like I never seen this girl so sick. Like she couldn't even get up from bed. After she started taking the Emohim came because I had some, so I give her my portion of my Emohim. Then her mom had some, and we kind of shared. After a week, she only had a runny nose. She had no pain. She felt awakened as well, and since then she's been taking the Emohim.
How many did she take? Like her daughter?
3.
3, OK。咁跟住佢個女女都開始食3包啦。咁 after 1個禮拜之後咧，佢剩翻咧淨係得翻 runny nose 啫，淨係流鼻水啫。跟住佢啲發燒啊，佢所有其他啲症狀咧都冇晒啦。So all the symptoms, all the fever went away except the runny nose.
Gone. Wow. Correct. But guess who was still sick?
The son.
Correct. And guess who was not taking Emohim?
Him. I thought he was taking 1, eh?
No, he took 1 once and he didn't like the taste.
OK， 對唔住，佢原來阿仔仔直情唔肯食，係試過1包之後死都唔肯食，因為實在太難食。咁阿仔仔繼續病咯。咁但係 what happened to the son after? It just took him longer to recover?
Well, yeah, it took him about 4 weeks. He just started getting better. Just started. But he did because what happened is that my friend, the mom, she got healthier. The daughter got healthier, and he had such a bad fever. Bad fever. He couldn't get up from bed, and we were like, you need to drink it. He's like, no, boys, when they're 15,
Oh, man. So 佢阿仔死都唔肯食啦，太難食啦，終於咧啱先至叫做好翻啲，咁就搞咗4個禮拜啦。咁但係都好彩啦，即係佢冇 get worse 啦。咁但係即係睇到嗰個分別就係嗰阿媽同阿女肯食1個禮拜就好翻，差唔多好翻晒。咁而阿仔咧就搞咗成4個禮拜啦。What about you, Gabriella?
So, because we're 4 people living in the same house, I was the only one that never got sick.
Because you have been taking care of him all the way through.
Yes. Yes. So
Wow.
I'm like, whatever it was very contagious because all 3 of them fell violently ill within hours. And it was not mild, it was severe. They couldn't do the testing. They couldn't help us. We felt helpless. But one thing that I was happy to have was Emohim because I understood the benefits of it and I understood that it boosts your immune system. I put faith in it and I stuck to it because I saw what it did for me in the past.
Yes.
And I was sure that it would have helped me now. So I'm okay. I'm like, I'm like, yeah.
That's good. So Gabriella 咧，佢就發覺，哇，佢因為佢自己之前一路有食開啦，又由2017年開始食啦，咁佢到佢即係到個朋友發病，佢又 double up 咗佢4包啦。佢喺即係4個人住，佢係唯一一個冇發病。咁佢就將歸功於喺 Hemohim 幫到佢嗰個 immune system 咯。咁佢好清楚其實即係呢啲嗰個病，佢雖然佢冇即係政府係冇俾到嗰個 test 佢去 confirm 究竟呢一個係咪 COVID-19 定話係其他啲嘢，但係佢話佢睇到嘅就係呢一隻菌係非常之傳染性非常之高，同埋喺好短嘅時期裏邊係會發病，同埋係非常之嚴重咯。咁但係佢睇到嘅就係佢同朋友分享呢一個 Hemohim 嗰陣時候，佢睇到 Hemohim 係點樣幫到嗰個朋友，咁佢係好開心係可以幫到佢啲朋友咯。That is so great, Gabriella.
Yeah.
The feeling of being able to help your friend.
I was so happy. And I have to say, I know it's embarrassing. You guys don't know me and I don't know you. So I'll talk about embarrassing things.
No, you're the sweetest girl.
But because of my health, I suffer a lot. I suffer a lot of pain when it comes to digesting food. For about 8 months, I had a fissure. I don't know if you know what is a fissure. No, a fissure is an open wound that never closes.
Oh, wow. So when was that?
This was back in 2016.
Oh.
So,
So Gabriella 話佢其實即係佢全部唔識我哋啦，咁但係佢都覺得其實有啲尷尬嘅，同我哋咁多個人去分享佢自己嗰個經歷。咁但係佢話佢就即係佢好多病已經纏繞咗佢好多年啦。之前尤其是咁，佢喺2016年嗰度咧，佢係試過有8個月嗰樣嘢叫做 fissure 就係佢係有一個傷口係埋唔到口嘅。So what happened to the wound?
So the fissure is located right on my rectum.
Oh, that is painful.
Very bad. So they tried giving me steroids. They tried giving me, I did enemas. I did laxative. But going to the toilet, sitting in the toilet, my insides were so painful because there's a hole, right? And I would sit. And the pain that would come through me, it was beyond. And I would bleed every time I pooped. I would bleed a lot.
So 佢話佢嗰個 fissure 嗰個傷口咧，即係埋唔到口嗰個傷口咧，就係喺佢嗰個肛門嗰度嘅。咁大家可以想像到，如果我哋係有一個埋唔到口嘅傷口，一個傷口啊，當你每一日你要去洗手間嗰陣時候。你又會流血，你又會好痛，你係幾痛苦？係8個月喎，8個月都埋唔到口，係幾辛苦咯。That's painful, Gabriella.
Painful. The doctors told me, change your eating habits, eat more fiber, drink more water. I did everything they told me, and it never worked until I stopped and I started taking Emohim.
Oh, wow.
Emohim has been I'm not here selling a product. I'm just telling you my personal experience have been beyond human, because my doctors have not been able to help me, but Emohim has helped me amazingly. Would I call it a miracle product? No, I wouldn't call it a miracle product, because I think when it comes to miracle, God is the only one that provides it. But I see it as an opportunity. It's a great opportunity for anybody that want to have at least some sort of regular life, you know?
Yes, to be able to help people. Gabriella 佢呢一個醫生佢睇咗啲醫生啦，醫生又俾呢一個 steroid 啊，呢個類固醇啊，俾好多好多唔同嘅藥物佢，亦都叫佢改變佢嗰個生活習慣，飲好多個水，做好多唔同嘅嘢，佢全部都做晒，全部都試晒，但係冇一樣嘢係可以幫到佢呢一個 fissure 呢一個 open wound 咯，係一路都唔埋口，直至到佢喺2017年佢開始食 Hemohim 咧。佢呢一個傷口就可埋到。How long does it take after you start taking the Hemohim that the wound heal?
Oh, it took about less than a month, like 4 weeks, 4 to 3 weeks.
You're not taking it earlier.
4 to 3 weeks, and I was all healed.
Wow.
I was all I was so crazy, because you know when you're in pain to go to the toilet, your body is shocked.
Yes.
So going to the toilet, you don't want to poop, right?
Yes.
So what happens? You get constipated.
Yes.
And that was a danger, because if you have an open wound and there is, dirtiness around it, it could infect. So I had to keep an eye to make sure that the blood was always red. I would bleed a lot, and I always had to make sure that the blood was red. If the blood was dark red, then I had to go to the hospital. But the issue with fissures is that if it doesn't heal, they had to cut that part of my rectum and then redirect my rectum, right? So I am happy. Yes, I went through a lot.
Wow. Gabriella 就話佢食 Hemohim 食咗差唔多3至4個禮拜咧，佢嗰個傷口就已經好返啦。咁佢話佢之前未試 Hemohim 之前咧，佢每一次去洗手間佢都要 make sure， 因為佢會屙好多血㗎，因為佢嗰個係傷口嚟㗎嘛，即係唔埋口嘅傷口，佢要 make sure 嗰啲血係鮮紅色嘅。咁如果係有乳黑色嗰啲咧，佢就已經要入醫院㗎啦，因為佢可能會係受到感染咯。即係我好難以想像一個人係。即係當你只係去做你生活上邊一個咁平常，每一日我哋個個人都會做嘅嘢，而係要去受咁多嘅痛楚咯。咁大家都其實都應該好感恩我哋嗰個身體係好咯。咁 Wow, Gabriella, what a testimony.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. So this is why I haven't shared it. But then I thought to myself, like, how many people is suffering with an embarrassing, health situation and seeking for help, and they have not been able to, So I said, I should not just hide my blessings. I should share my blessings so that they could, be of purpose to others, and it makes me happy too. So yeah.
Yes, yeah, we're also blessed to have you. Thank you.
If you guys have any questions concerning anything that has to do with digestive system, please let me know, because I can answer them to you. It just,
Thank you.
Yes, please.
我哋而家會 open the floor to questions。你哋有冇啲咩問題係想問 Gabriella 㗎？你可以開咪㗎，你哋。
Thank you so much for sharing. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry for the dirty information.
No, not at all. No, this is like we all do the same thing every single day. It's just like we have been lucky that we have been blessed not to need to go through the suffering that you went through. But we're so blessed that you can share your experience with us, because who knows, maybe one of our friends or one of our relatives are suffering from the same thing. And now that we know that we can maybe connect, and then we can help them.
Yes, especially yes. Please. Please do. Please do.
你哋有冇咩問題啊？或者你哋想開咪多謝佢啊？你哋可以講啊。I think they are all very
Hey,
happy.
thanks a lot, Gabriella. We want
Thanks
to
a lot,
see you
Gabriella.
soon. Hey,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so
when
much.
are you going to come to Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, with the quarantine, no idea.
Oh
You're still
yeah.
in Quebec, right?
Yes, I live in Quebec.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
When
right
did
now
you
we're
move there?
facing. Pardon me?
When did you move there? Because
In 2018. It's been about close to 2 years now since I moved from Toronto. But I was gonna mention to you that right now in Quebec we have most cases of COVID-19 allowing essential work. So I can't even leave my house to go anywhere more than the grocery store and few places.
Wow. So just look at the chat. Florence, a lot of people say thank you, Gabriella, and may God keep blessing you in His abundant
Thank you.
way.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Sabrina saying thank you so much.